Hey, friends.
Hi.
Okay, so I'm a little all over the place, but I'm all over the place tonight because I figured it'd be easier to kind of show you some of these things that y'all were talking about. So I'm going to share my screen, but first and foremost, I think, Letitia, I think you're the one that asked about like how to schedule posts. And let me put my do not disturb on real quick. Let me join the Zoom because I want to show you. So first of all, let me show you this. Um, oh, here, but hold on, here comes somebody. And let me see
I'll
my
be
screen.
co-host in case you're doing something and somebody hops
Oh,
on.
yes, please do. Okay, make co-host. There you go. All right. Hey, Bailey.
Hey, how are y'all?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Good. Uh, hold on. Okay. Now, what I was going to say is, let me get I don't know where it just went. Um, I had to download it again just in case it didn't let me share again like last night. Um, okay, there we go. There's my Zoom. Okay. Let me move my face out of the way. And there we go. So somebody asked about how to schedule posts. And I wanted to kind of go through the steps of how to schedule posts. So I want to take you through the steps of how to properly do that. First and foremost, you want to, and I know I shared this a couple weeks ago. Okay, you want to grow on social media. So we need to make sure that we have a public profile. Okay. People can't contact you, they can't engage with you, can't buy from you, they can't join your team if they cannot find you. Okay. So Facebook and Instagram, you need to make your profile public. And again, if you are just truly against that for a number of reasons I could think of, that is totally fine. To each their own. But if you are wanting to truly, get as much as you can out of this and grow, the easiest way to do that is with a public profile. So if you are on Instagram, I do have a little picture here of how you can set your account to public if in case you're not sure. On Instagram, you'll go to the little hamburger menu in your top corner or click on your profile and go to your account settings. And then there's a little toggle for private. And if you want it private, obviously it'll be highlighted. This is mine. It's not private, so it's not highlighted. Facebook on the right, same thing. You scroll down to your settings from the menu, go to settings, and then scroll down to audience and visibility. And each of these sections under audience and visibility, you can control what is private, what is friends only, what is close friends, friends of friends, and then what is truly private. I mean, public. You have to go through all of those things and select the individual settings for each of those. So just a little heads up there. So essentially, for example, over on Facebook, you could have a private profile, but you can make your stories public. But again, you want to grow, you need to have a public facing profile so people can find you, they can contact you, they can buy from you, they can join you. Um, Now, the question was about how to schedule post. And one of the things, and I'll start with Instagram because I feel like it's easier over on Instagram. And I'll show you in a second. But in order to schedule a post on Instagram, you do need a business and or creator account. And again, you'll go into the settings and toggle between your account setup and you'll either have a personal business or creator. It doesn't cost anything, okay? But these are the benefits of having a creator or business account. It does give you your professional dashboard. So remember a couple weeks ago when I did that social media training with Lindsay, one of the things I was telling you all that, is really beneficial is to look at your numbers and figure out what content you've put out, what is performing well and what's not. And the easiest way to do that is through your professional dashboard, but you don't have that if you don't have a creator or a business account. So easiest option is to just get a creator account. Hang on just a second. Kamaria, you can unmute.
Okay, I didn't want to interrupt you.
You're good.
Didn't Lindsay say something about not having a business page? Was it Lindsay or you? I feel like I had heard that recently because I was thinking about those options on like the business or creator profile. But then I could have sworn I heard her or you or somebody recently say that it was better to have not one of those.
Yeah, I think she was talking about a Facebook business page. So like when you're sharing your Thrive stuff, you technically cannot, like according to our promoter agreement, you can't share it on a business page. So like, but on Facebook, it specifically lists you as a business page. Like you can't have an actual page. You can only have a personal profile and share Thrive Lavelle things from a personal profile. But on Instagram, it truly is just a behind the scenes setting. There's no classification or anything like that. It just gives you more tools. So you can do a business or a creator account. I personally have a business account because my social medias are set up under my LLC. And then I operate as my name, but you wouldn't know that. Like a random person coming to my profile on the viewer side wouldn't know what kind of account I have. So on Instagram, you do want a business or a creator account. They have pretty much the same features. So totally up to you. But on Facebook, you do need a personal profile. If you're going to share Thrive stuff, because do not do it from a business page. Trust me, I tried it when I very first started 5 years ago, and compliance was on me like crazy. You cannot share it from a business social media page. So on Facebook. I know that's confusing, but that's what it is. But you do get some extra things like that I'm showing you here. Like you can, a lot of your analytics are there. You have separate inboxes that you can keep. So you can keep your prospects, junk, spam, all that good jazz away, your normal conversations. You could do saved replies, which essentially are like canned responses. So it's kind of like, think of like your boards app, like where it's a copy and paste type of app. You essentially will have access to like some copy and paste responses in Instagram that you can use for quick responses and quick replies. And then of course you will get access to be able to schedule a post. Now let me show you. Oh, you popped up. Okay, I'm gonna dial in from my phone so that I can show you all what I'm talking about real quick. Give me 1 second. Okay. Oh, hold on. Let me turn my volume down. There we go. Okay. Let me share my screen real quick so you all can see what I'm talking about.
I just wanted to say that profile picture, Candace, is the bomb. Okay, that's all. That's it. The end.
Like, yeah. Oh, look, there's Aisha's post. Okay, so if you are once you update to a creator or business profile on Instagram, you want to act like you're going to make a post. And so I recently just copied this. It's the Project X graphics because I was going to upload this to the Facebook album. So for example, I put my picture here. I'm going to hit the next button. And then this is where I can utilize features to add music or text or filters, whatever. And then we get to the actual page. So I'm gonna put my caption, by my Project X, okay? That's what my caption is gonna be. And then I'm gonna scroll down and I'm gonna use my audio Another piece of advice, you guys, if you see an audio that has that little arrow pointing up to the right, that means it's a trending audio. If it goes well with whatever you're putting up there, use it, okay? Because it's going to increase your chances of your content being viewed. But you'll click on your audio, and also up at the top, you can see what's trending, okay? Green arrow means it's trending up. The red arrow means it's trending down. It's still a trending audio, but the views are going down. So you can pick your stuff based on that. Or you can use one of these that's recommended. And again, the arrow does mean it is trending. So I'm not going to put an audio on this one because then it'll play the whole time. Then you tag your people if you need to, update location if you want to. But when you scroll down and you see more options, you click on that. And then scroll down to the sharing preference section, and this says to schedule post. You'll click the box, and then the schedule will come up for you to schedule your post for whenever you want. You'll hit done, and then you'll go back and you'll hit share. But if you've scheduled it, you're not actually sharing it right now in real time. You're sharing it for whatever date and time that you put in there. Are we good on how to share? Schedule your post. That I'm telling you, that is the quickest, easiest way. And it's just a flip of a button. And the same thing applies to your reels. So when you're creating your reels, that button is there too. Yes, I'm telling you, especially you guys, if you all are somebody like me and you are working in the corporate world, or you're working multiple jobs and trying to run this business, I'm telling you right now, you guys, you need to utilize these tools and resources so that you aren't working like double time. Okay. Like truly use that time. So schedule your post out. And then if the you being present in your business, use that to get in your stories and talk to people. Use that to hop on lives. Use that to do, what your trainings or whatever, do your follow-ups. But your posts should not be something that takes up your day, because you have the ability to schedule it out. Okay. Any questions on that piece? And like, once, I just wanted to give you a quick overview of where to find it once you update your account. If you still have questions after you flip over your account, just message me, message Jennifer, message somebody on here. We would be happy to hop on with you and walk you through it step by step for your first couple and get them going. Now, I made a little list here of all the suggestions so I don't forget anything. Okay, so the other thing was about Canva and how to use Canva. So I have a couple of things already pulled up for examples of what I think you all probably maybe need help with, but what specifically in Canva are you struggling with, or you have questions about? You're just like, I just don't know what to do. Because I'm telling you, I live in Canva. I literally do everything in my entire life in Canva.
What the problem that I'm having is I can is just uploading it to my phone. Once I do what I'm supposed to do, the transfer, the upload and everything. But once I upload it, and it's hard for me to actually get it to save it to my phone so I can share it. So what I've been doing, I've been screenshotting, and that's how basically I've been screenshotting, and then I save it and put it in my photos.
What kind of phone do you have?
I have an iPhone.
Okay. Okay. Let me zoom back in so I can show you from my phone. That may be easier.
Candace, my question was, whenever you send the link and I see the picture and everything, I click on the link and it will pull it up and it says Candace is sharing a link with you. But then I don't know what I'm supposed to do from there. Like, it's not so I don't know if I need an account, if there's an app, or I don't know if I'm missing something or what.
Yes.
Like, how do I make it my own type of?
Yes. So Canva is just like every other app out there. They have a free version, and of course it has limitations, but the free version has all the bells and whistles that you could need. And you know, like I said, I have a paid version, like the 1099 version, but truly, I meant what I said earlier. I do every single thing in my life from my corporate job to this in Canva. So like it's worth it for me to have it so I can collaborate with people, etc. But you don't need the paid version. But the only thing that may be different is sometimes I do use text, like different fonts that are on the premium plan, which is the paid plan. So sometimes it'll let you use it if you're on a free version, sometimes it won't. It's really finicky about that. And if you can't, then just switch it to a font that you can use. Like it really is a easy fix. But let me show you. So I'm gonna go to nope, stay co-host. Okay. So I'm gonna go to our chat and pull up one of those and see if that works. Hold on. And just like walk you through it that way.
Oh, there.
Can you hear me? Okay. All right. So let me move myself out of the way. Okay. So like here, let's go to one of the ones that I've shared before. So let's go over here to links. Okay, like for example, the client tracker. I'm gonna click on that and it says Candace shared it with you. You're gonna click on edit template. It may say edit template or open template because I created it. I think it gives me another option there, but just hit open. But yes, so first and foremost, go to canva.com on your laptop and set, if you don't already have a Canva account, go to canva.com, Canva, and go on your desktop and create a free account. Once you have a free account set up with your username and password, then go download the Canva app and put the app on your phone. And then you'll just stay logged in on your phone. So that therefore, anytime somebody does share a template with you, you'll be able just to click it and it'll automatically open. So like, for example, this one. Okay, this particular one, like any element that's on here. So everything is an element, okay? My picture, the font, the background, everything's an element. You can just click on it, it highlights it, you just move it around with your finger, right? Same thing with this one. This is a multi-layer. So I always tell people just click somewhere on the picture first and move it around to see if it has something over top of it. And then just pull it down if it does. You don't have to take it all the way off. Then click on the back picture so that it outlines the entire thing. And then that's where if you want to replace the picture with, like, you say you wanted a different background, you'll just hit replace, which is down here at the bottom. And I always go to like my picture. So I'm gonna put the Lavelle background there, just a random picture. So you're gonna put the background there and that would replace it. Then go back up here, you'll click it up, move it up. Same thing with your picture. For example, this one, it's a picture of me, but I have the background removed. That was an original picture. So let's just say I'm gonna delete that. I'm gonna go to my uploads, okay? Look, here's a picture from earlier. I'm gonna hit the BG remover and I'm gonna remove the background. And then I'm gonna do what I gotta do and set it up, and do whatever, okay? Obviously, this is ugly right now. This is just for training purposes. But when you are ready to move on and you wanna download it, you wanna upload it, that up arrow in the top corner, the far right corner, you're gonna hit that. And then you're gonna go to download. And then right here on the type, it gives you all the different types you can download it as. I always do a PNG because I want it to be the highest quality possible. So I always do a PNG. And then again, I want my images to be crisp. I want them to be clear. I want it to be highest images possible. So I always slide it over to at least 3.0, okay? Because that means you're going to have a good size. It's going to be a large image, but it's going to be clear. It's going to be nice and crisp. You're going to be able to make out everybody's features. It's going to look nice. And then you're going to hit download. And then for me, and again, I can only speak from my phone, okay? When it gets done, because it's a big file, so it's going to take a little second. So when I hit done, Okay, when this pops up, this is how I know it's done. Okay, so for me, I exit out of here. Now it gives you the option to save image again, but when I hit save image again, it saves it twice. So I don't need to. So when it just did that, it already saved it. But if you're just like, girl, I don't trust this, I need to hit the save button, then go ahead and hit it. But you'll open your albums and see that it's there twice. Okay, so I'm just gonna X out of it because I know it's already there. And so I close it out. It says it's saved to my camera roll and I'm done. So then now I'm going to go back over here to Instagram. Let me get out of this old post. And then I'm going to click on story down here. And then I'm going to upload my story and it's there. Easy peasy. And then one of the things that I didn't show you, let me go back. Obviously, this, I think this is, no. So this is how you know if it's a paid font or not. You see the little crown next to that sensei serif? That means it's a paid font. So if you're on a free account, you're not going to be able to use that unless you upgrade your account. So what I just have in here now, it's a free account. It's a free font. It has a check mark beside it. You can change it out however you want to. You can do whatever. And it's done. There's so much that I could train on just on Canva. But like, for example, you notice that thriving clients, it has like a little highlight to it. And that's from the effects tab at the bottom. So if I hit that effects tab and I put none, this is what it normally looks like. It's real bleh, okay? But I want to put an effect on it. I want to light it up. I want to highlight it. So that's where I go over here with this neon and it changes it. There's so many features in here. You just got to play around, y'all. I'm telling you. I always tell myself if like I really need a job, like I will try to beg somebody to let me be like their like graphics designer or something. Like this is my jam. Okay. I'm trying to think. Does that help with anything? Does anybody else have any questions regarding Canva that I can show you real quick while we're in here? Or you think you're good for right now? Oh, and for example, this story slide, if you're on your phone, the three dots that are at the top, if you click that and go down here to view all pages, this is where if you create an actual story with has like 5, 6, 7 different slides in it, this is where you can create new ones. And like you want to use that one as your base, you just highlight it and hit the duplicate button, and then you can start over from there. Keep the same background, but change out the font, change out the text, change out the picture. You can do all those things here, okay? Like you can just go through and hit the delete button on all of it. Bam, bam, bam. And I just realized, I think I was changing the template that I sent y'all. So I'm going to have to drop a new link in there. My bad, y'all.
So I didn't want to interrupt, but I was just going to say, do we want to make a copy first?
Well, here's the thing. You all don't have to, but I think because I'm the one that created it, it automatically started editing the original template. But when I share the templates, those are already copies. So you all don't have to make a copy.
Okay.
So, and it's
Well,
not
so
like
I'm just in, yeah. So I guess I'm just in the routine of making a copy every time because
yeah,
of
it's a good
prior
habit.
experience. Okay.
Yes, it's a
Okay.
good habit, but you don't have to. So if you forget, it's okay, but you don't have to. Because on the template, it truly is that. Like if I shared the file with you, then yes, we are both editing in real time. We're seeing all the changes in real time. But a template is a copy of whatever you're doing for anybody to edit. And whatever you do on it, I can't see it. Whatever Jennifer does on it, you can't see it. Like it's your copy. But if you want to copy it, you can. That's totally fine.
Okay. Thanks for the clarification. I wasn't sure about that. Okay.
Okay. Are we good there on Canva? We're going to plan another full Canva training in the coming weeks, so stay tuned. But at least we know how to edit pictures and save. So yes, you do need an account. And yes, there is an app. Okay. All right. Now, the other thing was a question on customer tracking and questionnaires. So, out of sake of keeping my customer information confidential. I did create just some standard templates to show kind of how I've set them up and what I'm using it for. Let me share. And like if I was starting from scratch, this is what I would do as this is what I'm currently using myself. Can you all see this? Okay. And again, this is a free resource. It's in my Google. So I have a Gmail email address. So I go to my Google Drive and I'm able to create a sheet. So for example, if you're not sure how, let me move this over here. If you're not really sure what I'm talking about when I say my Google Drive. So for example, here, like if you have a Gmail email address and you log in on a computer or your phone, you click on the little 9-box grid over there and you can go over here to Drive. And when you open your Drive, it'll open up to something that looks like this. You hit your new button and you can create folders, your Google Docs, your Google Sheets, your forms, all those good things. So this tracker that I have set up is in Google, this is a Google Doc. I'm sorry, a Google Sheet. So what I have here is I have one sheet, but I've got multiple tabs here at the bottom. Okay. So I've got a sheet for active customers. I've got one for samplers. I've got one for potentials. And then I've got all my customer accounts. And then I have a downline report. And obviously, like I said, I just used fictitious names when, Mickey and Minnie, I guess they're not fictitious, but whatever. So what I personally track, and again, I do this because, for example, I'm just going to go ahead and give y'all heads up, spoiler alert, okay? If you happen to go on vacay, okay, and you go on vacay to a country where we do not currently service, you cannot access your cloud office, okay? So this is another reason why I always keep this up to date, because I always want to have access to my information, my customers' information, regardless of where I am. Whether or not I can access the site does not mean I can't still pick up the phone, texting, calling, emailing somebody, a customer promoter, walking them through, still checking out, even though I can't see my cloud office. So I always want to make sure I have their information at my fingertips. So like for example, right now, if you were to go to Punta Cana, okay, you cannot access our site because we do not currently service the Dominican Republic. But I personally, and I can share this with you guys as a template when we get done, so you don't have to recreate the wheel. But I do track my customer ID numbers. Wait a minute, and I do have filters on here. Let me turn that off so you're not distracted. Okay, so I've got customer ID, customer name, date of contact. So I always track the first day that they contacted me or I contacted them, whatever got them an account set up. Their email address, phone, address. Essentially, it's all the same information that is in the cloud office when you click on your customer tab. All of that information I have here, then some. So like if they were referred by somebody, I put their name and their number because we don't always remember people's customer IDs. So I put their name and the number. I keep track of when they place their first order, and then I keep updating this every time they place an order. So I just keep changing out this date with whatever their most recent order is. I also track what products they've purchased. If they keep adding on new products, I'll keep adding them in here because I always want to know what they've tried and what they haven't tried. This is also key for if you are like me and you like to send customer appreciation gifts in the mail, then you know what products to send or not send. I'm not going to send you, Pink Pro as a thank you gift if I know that you consistently purchase it every single month, right? Or if you always purchase the Appleberry Activate, I'm not going to send you that one. I'm maybe going to send you the Peach Mango or something. And then credits, and the reason I put credits total is I like to personally track how many total credits a customer has received. And so every time they get new credits, I'm going to update this too. And obviously, y'all, thankfully, we can see our customers' credits now. So we know what they're getting and what they're not. And we also know what we're sending to them. So I always keep a running total. Again, this goes back to stories that you can share, your testimonies. And then part of you getting somebody set up to begin with, you're asking them what their concerns are, what their health goals are, all those things. So it's like you want to tell them, you know, jot down what they told you that their ultimate goal is. Okay. Do they have any allergies or anything else? Make note of that. So this is what I track for my active customers. Now, samplers, pretty much the same thing. Obviously, there's no order date or anything. So once they do make an order, then I move them over to my active customers. I copy and paste them over to my active customers. But one of the things that I do track with my samplers is I track the date that I shipped them a sample or the date their company sample went out and the date that they received their sample and what products I sent to them. Also, if they have any credits, usually I always rule of thumb, unless there's a company promo going on when they created their sample account, like the $50 preloaded accounts we just had. If that's not going on, I always tell people, hey, if you sample for me and you make a purchase, if anything, the very least you're going to get is free shipping. So I always upload $15 in credits on their accounts for that. And then again, same thing, health goals, concerns, allergies, all those good things. Your potentials, this is your potential list. Your potentials can be people you have actively reached out to or that has actively reached out to you, or your dream team. People like, like she probably doesn't even know who I am, but I want her on my team and I'm just going to put as much information as I know about her on this sheet. Okay, this is a running sheet for you for potential customers and promoters. And you want to fill out as much of this as possible. If you have spoken to them, you do want to list, you know, what their business goals were, all of those good things. If they're like interested in the business, same thing for a customer. What are their health goals? And then over here, I just have the type where I list whether they're a customer or a promoter. All accounts is truly all accounts. So this is all accounts that I have in my back office, whether they've made a purchase every month or they've never made a purchase. So if they have a free account, then they're on this master list. So consider this your master list. And then again, this list is going to help you build your email list down the road too. It's going to help you build your text blast, because every single person that is in your cloud office, their information is in here. And then your downline report. This is anybody that joins your team, okay? So you're keeping track of all the information. You're keeping track of what pack they purchased, if they purchased one, what their health goals were, what their business goals were. And I'm also keeping track of their highest rank that they've achieved, right? Have they ever hit the auto bonus? Have they ever hit cab, lifestyle bonus earner? Have they ever earned a getaway? These are things, I know this is a little hashtag team extra, but when you all are like hitting ranks and you're hitting these milestones in your business and I'm ready to shout you out from the rooftops, these are things like this is giving me historical information to include about all of your accomplishments, things that you've done. So these are things that I like to track, just me personally. And again, your contact information, any little notes, like if I've sent something to you, what size shirt you wear, this and that, like I keep all those things. What's your favorite color? I just kind of do all those things because this is something that I refer back to often. And again, you can do whatever you want to with this. You can add whatever, you can take away whatever, but this is just a good base for all of these things to keep you on track. Now, I know on the training a few weeks ago, Lindsay talked about how she's got her like October list, her September list, like her people, like all these different lists for different things. That is amazing for her. That does not work for me. I just need a active list and then like an all list. You know what I'm saying? Like I need to know who I'm actively working with, like people that are in my pipeline for this month, people that I know are going to order month after month after month, who are my samples, who are my potentials. Like this is what I need to work with. Again, you create tabs, sections, columns, rows for whatever is keeping you organized. I'm very type A. So I'm as organized and streamlined as possible. That is what fuels my soul. So this works for me. Any questions about your list or how to organize these? Was there a question in the chat? My chat went away. Oh, thanks, Gwanda. You're so silly. Y'all so funny. Okay, so this is that. Let me move this out of the way. Now, another thing, I currently use boards for my questionnaires. And that works for me, and it's crazy because even though I use the boards app to create my questionnaires and my little links and websites, it also feeds all the data that's being put in that into a Google Sheet. Okay. So if you don't have boards, you don't necessarily need it. Okay. You have the same feature here in your Google. So just like we just used Google Sheets to create our customer lists and all of those things to get organized. If you want to create a form for people to use, then you can go here to Google Forms. Okay. So you'll click on Google Forms and it will open up to something like this.
Hang on, Candace, real quick.
Yeah.
Are you gonna share your database? Like, can you put that in the link? Those that want to use that form? Okay.
Yep. I'll drop those as soon as we get off in the chat. Yep. So here, this is a blank form. Like truly, they have templates, but you can do what you want. So for example, like if let's just say you want to create your own form for samples. Or no, not samples. You don't need to create a form for samples because the company already does that for us, right? Your website .thrivesamples.com. So you don't have to recreate that one if you don't want to. But let's just say you want to do like a business partner form for somebody to fill out if they're interested in the business. You're just going to type you're going to type this information in. And then here you can say, join my team, blah, blah, look to make some money. I don't know, whatever you want to do, right? You can type a whole story, give a little background on who you are, what you do, why you say yes, all of those things, and just talk about the opportunity and what it can do. And then this is where you're going to ask the questions, right? Have them put in their name. Okay. Short answer. I make everything required because I at least want you, if you can't get through a sheet to tell me about yourself and why you want to join me, I don't have time for you. So everything is required. Even if you put NA, okay, that is perfectly fine. And then you're going to hit the plus button and you're going to go to the next. So name, email, phone number, whatever. You can create all of these things. You can figure out how to do, multiple choice things, all the good jazz. You want to jazz it up, come up here to the paint palette and you can customize the fonts, the colors, like you want to change the color, you want to add a picture, change the header, and you can even upload your own picture. You can make this whatever you want. Go to Canva and create a Google header. Okay, you can type in Google header. It already has the dimensions for you. Put your picture on there, put your name on there, join my team, whatever, and you can truly make it your own. Like, because for example, I think I even did this for like last night, and I go to my uploads and I go to the graphic I made last night, like for last night's call. Now, granted, the size of that one that I made was not specifically for this, so it's a little off, but like truly, you can make it your own and do whatever you want and make it yours, right? And change any and everything. It already populated colors that it think would look good with it. Like it does everything. So fill it out however you want to. And then when you're done adding all the questions you want to go to your responses. This is where it will, as people fill it out, it will automatically create a Google Sheet for you. Okay. So you don't have to do anything here. And then on your settings, you do want to make sure that you, hold on. If there's time, I also want to say yes. We can do that. So then it's up to you if you want to collect responses on emails. You already had a question on there for them to provide it, so you don't have to. But you want to make sure that you answer these questions however you want to, okay? And then you want to, this is the link right here. Form is unpublished. Okay, publish it, fine. So no, I have anybody. So I, change it to whoever you want to. Obviously you want anybody to be able to access it. So you will change it. And you'll hit done, whatever. I'll delete this later. And then, do your shortened link and you can copy this. And so this link up here is what you will send to people, what you will put in your link tree, what you'll put in your, whatever you are using to put in to send people, hey, if you're interested, join me. You'll send them that link and it will open, and then this is what it'll look like on their end. They won't see all the other fluff. However, I will say, if you click on this add-on right here, you can type in email notifications for Google Forms. or form notifications. Both of these work great. I use form notifications a lot. If you hit form notifications, it's an app. You hit open, and you can, every time somebody fills it out, it'll send you an email. So you can say notify on response after however many. I always do after one because I want to be notified every single time somebody fills out this form. It sends me an email. And then you can customize your thank you note. You hit save. So this picture that I have up here isn't technically the right dimension. So this was just a picture I had for purposes, but you can type in the search field in Canva, Google form header. Just about any platform, because like this header was for my Zoom meeting last night. I typed in Zoom header, or Zoom event header, and it popped up. Anything you want, it has dimensions for it already in there, so you don't have to go Google what the dimensions are. So yeah. So this is how, if you want to keep everything within one platform, like your Google, you want to keep your customer list and use your sheets. You want to use your forms for your questionnaires, obviously your email for your email, whatever. This is a great way to keep everything in-house without having to go and get an additional app and paying for it or whatever. This works great. So totally up to you how you want to do it. Any questions? No? Okay. All right. I'm trying to think. Okay, I made a list. So the customer tracker, Google Sheets, questionnaire, Canva, social media posts, how to schedule. Bam. I think I went through them all. Is there anything else anybody has questions about? Look, I was like, I am not going to forget these because I forget. So I'm like, I'm not going to forget. Anything else? Let me know. Otherwise, how's everybody feeling?
This was really, really good. And you're just a natural at this, like Quanda, just to echo what Quanda said, y'all, we really do have the best team leader. I'm just saying, right? So we really appreciate you helping us with these trainings. I do want that Google form. I think you updated since the last time when we first started, and I like it that way too, with all the different things. And
Girls, you change it. You figure out what you need at your fingertips, what you don't.
we evolve, y'all, and it's just amazing. So I just want to encourage everybody, start where you are, do what you can, use what you got, right? Why? Because it's too hard to do the opposite. Pick one thing because it's easy to get overwhelmed. And like you said, Candace is the Canva queen, okay? Seriously, literally, not just blowing smoke. I tried to do the stuff. Y'all, it's taking me 3 hours to do something she can do in 10 minutes or less. And I finally said, you know what? I need help. And I started reaching out. Candace, can you, whatever. And that's just not my area. It's not my ministry. And I'm okay with that. But the fact that we have a lot of people on our team, even extended to Lindsay's team, that can help us if we just ask. Sometimes we just don't know, right? But we'll never know until we ask, because 9 times out of 10, or maybe 10 out of 10, if you have the question, somebody else is looking for that answer as well in some form or fashion. So I just appreciate you, Candace, as always, and thank you for sharing. I had a question and I can't remember what it. Oh, it's for something else after the recording. So.
And I just dropped the link for the sheets in the Telegram chat. So you can open that, and don't forget, all the tabs are at the bottom. So if you're like, where's that potentials list? All the tabs are at the bottom. And when you open it, make sure that you open it and then you click in the right-hand corner where it says make a copy. So on this one, you do need to make a copy. Make a copy.
Can you drop it here, Candace, since I'm on the laptop real quick? If that's okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So you'll hit make a copy so that and when you hit make a copy, it will automatically save it to your Google Drive. So you don't have to keep going back to that link in the future. It will automatically save your working copy there. Yep. Sorry, I'm reading your message, Bailey. So one of the things that I always tell them, so if somebody reaches out about the products or the business opportunity, I always start with, like, hey, thanks so much for reaching out, etc. Like, what made you reach out, number one? What are your goals? Like, what are you looking for? So I know the best way to like direct you, right? The best products to recommend for you, the best, avenue to go down if you're interested in the opportunity, etc. And then depending on how the conversation goes, like some people, they're locked and loaded. They're like, okay, I'm ready to sign up, take my card, take my money right now, right? Other people, they need some more validation. So whether that be that you need to reach out to somebody else and do a three-way call, put them in a chat, or you just need to just ask some more questions on product recommendations, or maybe they have questions about the business, I typically will send them validation videos too. If they don't want to hop on the phone with somebody. Like, for example, Aisha, like I sent you 3 videos and I said, watch these in order, because it's me telling you what we do on the phone is one thing, but then if I can send you a quick 3-minute video that really kind of shows it with the graphic, this is what you do to do this, this is what you do to do that. It kind of paints a little bit different picture for you. So those validation videos, they're in the boards app. You can send them. If you, Bailey, if you go back into our Telegram chat and you go to the, click on the team name and click on media, you can see all of the screenshots and pictures and everything that's been sent in there. A couple of weeks ago, I'm pretty sure I sent a screenshot of those validation videos and I circled them. No, I lied. I was sending that to Alana. I'm sorry. That was a text message I sent to Alana. Never mind. But I will drop it in here after that. But it shows the pictures of the validation videos, and they're actually already in there in order that you can send. And the same thing with products. If somebody has a questions about the products, you can always send them. I always tell people to start with the 3 steps, right? And I think that the classic 3 steps is great for anybody to start with because it builds consistency and routine. Because that's the key to this system is consistency. So if they can start with the 3 steps, you can then transition them into whatever product routine after that. So that's typically what I do. I'm sorry, Aisha. Did you have a, oh, there you go.
Yeah. Do you have any, I guess, advice on ChatGPT? I'm a newbie, but when I when I heard Lindsay say that she like that's her best friend, and I'm like, well, then what do you do? Like, what do you say to it? And then do you have to like upload the pictures, or how does it even know what Lavelle is to even spit this stuff out? Like, now I don't know much about AI, so I'm a little ignorant here, but I'm just curious on because I kind of got in there, was playing around with it, like just kind of asking it random questions and stuff, but to start using it to my benefit, because I'm finding that it takes me a while to kind of come up with the verbiage in or what she's called the meat and potatoes. I spend a lot of time, but I'm like, man, if I could do Chat GPT, just freaking copy and paste and move on with life, I want to do that, but I just don't really know how to even start with it.
Wow. Well, I'm so glad you asked. Let me share. Okay, so clearly, as you can tell over here, I use ChatGPT for everything. So, okay, so here's the thing. What I don't want you to think about, what I don't want you to do is think that you're going to open ChatGPT today and you're going to type in a prompt and tell it to do something or ask it for something. It's going to spit out exactly what you want. It's not. You have to train it. And one of the things that I tell people in the, like, and I say in the real world, like in corporate, is ChatGPT is only as good as the information that is put into it. So it's crafting, its tone, its response, its statistics, everything based on what other people around the world have put into this system and asked the system once upon a time. And ChatGPT is not current either. So specifically when you're talking about statistics, it's like right now we're in October of 2025. The statistics are only as good as I think March or April of 2025 as of right now. So it's not current unless you feed it something that says these are the statistics. So for example, I have this, so this Reels caption creation, this is a running page of every reel that I have put up. And like For example, like I put up a reel, I put up a post. I'm gonna say, hey, I know the picture I want to put up in my post, and here's what I want it to talk about. What should it say? Right? So for example, I put that, let me go back up here. I put, based on what you know about me, my business, my products, and my community, help me draft a Facebook post using the attached picture for reference. Help me explain how this little sticker, because I was pointing to my sticker in my picture. Help me explain how this little sticker is allowing me to change lives in ways I never imagined, allow me to earn income. Also includes something about how I'm mentoring 2 more brand promoters this month. And then I put the details of what the new promoters are eligible for. And then I always in everything with include a strong call to action and relevant hashtags for Instagram. However, I also have now started putting and relevant hashtags for Instagram in a format that is easy to copy and paste. Otherwise, it will just list them all one by one versus just listing them line by line. So you can just copy the whole section at one time. So this is me, like I can just spit it out. I can voice to text what I want it to say now because I use it so often, but you have to tell it what to do. And you always want to say, help me draft, right? Because when you say help me draft, 9 times out of 10, it will give you 2 options and it'll be written in 2 different tones and it will tell you which tone do you like better. Because like, for example, this one says, do you want a shorter version, a snappier version too, right? To get the message across. It will give you options, but you have to train it. The same thing with my reels. Like when I'm making a reel, 9 times out of 10, I'll already create the reel before I even know what the caption is. I know what I want the video to look like and say, but I don't have the caption. So what I will do is if it is multi-screens and like multi-text, I know this is a lot of work, y'all listen. If it's multi-screen, multi-text reel, and I've got different captions on the screen, I will screenshot each different caption in order. And then I will go into the Collage app or the Canva app, and I will put all of those screenshots into one single graphic. Because on the paid version of ChatGPT, you can only have so many uploads per day. So I try to condense it into one graphic so that it reads it across. Like, let me find one. Hold on. Like this one. This was a reel. But and so I knew the caption. I already had my on-screen text, and then I attached that and had them, give me the caption for it based on that. I don't know why it's not going up any further. But yeah, you can literally train it for whatever. Like this one. This was a reel I put up last week, and I had 4 different text options. So I made this into a collage from my drafts so that it would know exactly what I was about to say. Or what my reel was saying. And then I put help me draft a reel's caption for this, highlighting thick hairs, always in, I've got a secret weapon. And then it gave me some things. We made some revisions. And then, I asked it, can you give me the best performing, engaged, because I did a Taylor Swift reel the other day. Help me with the most, engaging Taylor Swift hashtags. Like literally you can ask it anything. And then it didn't listen to me with the copy and paste and the version easy to do, but it's fine. You gotta roll with it, okay? And see, it got it down here. So I asked it again and it adjusted and gave me different hashtags in a format that was easy to copy and paste. But truly, you can ask this thing anything. And I always say draft it, right? Draft me, whatever. Let me see this one. I want to find another one. Yeah, so like this one. This was a reel. I had 3 different verbiages on throughout my reel. I screenshot all of them to put it in one graphic, and then I asked it, give me the caption for this. And also asked it to give me the reel. What sequence should I put this in, right? It told me clip 1 is of you driving, looking thoughtful. And this is the text to put over it. Clip 2, pause, look confident. And then this is the text. Like it literally can tell you how to create your reel. But it's going to take some time for you putting something, asking it something, and then it giving you a response. And then you tweak, you have to reply back to it. Hey, I like option number 1, but can you rewrite it in a tone that sounds more thoughtful? And I'm kind of witty. So sometimes like I like to make people chuckle a little bit or whatever. So I always say, can you make the tone a little fun and witty, maybe some upbeat and motivational. Like I always do that. And once you continuously keep doing that, it will know your tone. Now, one of the things that I hate the ChatGPT does, is it puts a lot of emojis throughout the response. So when you are copying and pasting it, please take some of those out so that people don't know that it's a full ChatGPT response, okay? Take those out. Okay, keep one or two, but you don't need one at the beginning of every sentence, okay? But I love it though. So sometimes they're good, sometimes they're not. But you can use it for whatever you want.
And Candace, I'll say, if you want to train Chatty Boy, that's what I call him. Went through a little training. I will share this prompt so he can get to know you. So then, like Candace is saying, pretend like this is me. How would I say this? But if you don't tell him what to do, for instance, it's like, here's an advanced beginner's prompt example. Before I make my request, allow me to introduce myself and my business. I am blank who helps blank. For instance, mine was, I'm a devoted plant-based wellness coach who help women in their second half of life prioritize their health, who serve as an entrepreneur, ministry leader, faith-based wellness coach, etc. My mission is to improve your health through plant-based nutrition and to do it with heartfelt approach, guided by faith, a positive mindset, profound. You got to tell him who you are. And then I say my ideal client is this person. She's a second half of her life. She's been on so many different diets. She has a servant's heart. She likes to take, I'm basically describing myself before Thrive. My brand is all about casual, like Candace would say, she's kind of witty. Mine's is about casual conversations, bring a little bit of wit, but think of it as confiding in your best friend. I'm trying to get him to know my feel, right? And then I said, remember to use words like my health is wealth, self-care, lifestyles, entrepreneur women, things of that nature. And then I'll say, ready for my request. So I'm prompting him of who I am so that when I spit out, hey, I'm going to do this reel on a plant-based meal that I just did. Are you ready for that? How can I rewrite this so that I am, my call to action is, drawing the people who want to learn more about plant-based. So when you talk about, because that was my thing, how do you tell him how to know you? You have to feed that to him. So there's like a little prompt, you just fill in the blanks, because if you don't know who you're trying to talk to, you can't talk to everybody, right? We know everybody needs this, but we got to zero in so that Chatty Boy can get to know you, your tone, your voice. If you're practical, you want to be more educational, or, you're just, what is the 70s people, angel flower people or whatever, right? Based on what you know. And then as you get going, you can do that based on what you know about me, because guess what? He knows you now because you fed to him who you are and what you like and who you're trying to serve and what you're trying to do. Does that make sense, y'all? I didn't know that because I was just putting stuff in. I'm like, that don't sound like something I would say. And then I spend so much time trying to reword it to where it sounds like me until someone shared with me, some coach or somebody, you feed them the prompt first based on whatever I said. I got it written out. But then just figuring out now he gets to know you. And the more you use him, the more he's going to know your voice, your tone. And then all of a sudden you'd be like, man, he's all in my head type thing. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. I agree with that. I saw that somewhere also, Jennifer. So I definitely agree with that. Yeah.
Yep. I love
Is
that.
it the same if you do text? Talk to text or just typing? Like, is it the same or does it matter? Like how you said your voice and all of that. Does that take into account all of that?
The voice option does read your tone. So like it'll read it versus you won't have to say it, but I always say it in when I'm saying it aloud too. But you mentioned something about like, how would they know my product? So here's just like a quick little easy thing. So like, for example, I just did this one and I just used Sculpt as an example. And I just put like, based on what you know about my health and wellness business, we're currently running a promotion where all orders over $150 will receive a free bottle of Sculpt. Please draft a social media post sharing the promo and information about Sculpt to create engagement and entice my audience to purchase. Please include a strong call to action and hashtags in a format that's easy to copy and paste. For reference, here is the link to the Sculpt BCA capsule. So literally you can include a link so it will learn what you're talking about. And then you put that there, and then it'll think, and then it literally will put everything out for you. And then there's my hashtags, there's everything like limited time promo for all orders, blah, blah, blah. What is Sculpt? And it tells you what Sculpt is. Think of Sculpt as the missing piece in your wellness routine, whether you're on a weight loss journey, building lean muscle, or just want support for your body with the right nutrition for recovery performance. This won't last long, blah, blah, blah. To claim, it gives you it gives you your call to action, it gives you your hashtags, it gives you the information. Again, and when you're reading this, exactly. When you're reading this though, if this does not sound like you, that's okay. Copy it, either tell it what to change, or if it's just little things that just you want to change here and there, copy it, go to Facebook or Instagram, whatever, paste it and edit it right then and there, or copy it to your notes app in your phone and edit it there until you get it how you want to, and then go paste it, copy and paste it onto social media. But it truly is that easy. And again, it's going to take some time to work out the kinks or whatever, but there's also a ChatGPT app. Okay. So download it on your phone. So it's truly at your fingertips. But one of the things too, so say you constantly are creating things for reels, you're constantly, you can even have it write your email blast, right? You can have it do your text blast. You can do whatever. Create a new chat for every different thing. So like I have a chat that's just for reels captions, okay? And click these little 3 dots next to it and you can rename it so you know what it is. So you can rename everything. So you know every single time you want a Reels caption, you're going to come over here to that Reels caption thread and just keep adding on to it. Okay. Does this help? Is this helpful at all?
Yeah, I just want to say that that's crazy that this is even a feature for us. And I haven't like really experimented with GPT. I know a lot of people do, but this specifically for this is incredible. Like that post that it just created for you, Candace, that is you. Like that anytime I see your post, like that is literally reading that is exactly what you would
Yeah.
say. So it's crazy that we're able to do that and use that as a resource. Like there's truly, and I said this earlier too with like scheduling posts, it just really takes out the ability to make any type of excuse, if you can just create it to be that way and have it's just
Yeah.
my mind is blown.
Yeah. And you guys, if you are like, I don't want to say like a brand snob, but if you are somebody that is like particular to platforms, there is an AI for every platform. Okay. So ChatGPT is like universal for any and everybody, right? But if you're a Google person and you, like we were doing all the Google apps earlier, if you want to stay in there, Google has Gemini. Okay. You can utilize Gemini within Google. Canva has an AI feature that does the same thing as ChatGPT. If you are a Microsoft user, they have Copilot. Copilot is an AI feature for that. So there's so many out there. ChatGPT was just the first, and everybody else is just trying to, duplicate whatever. But there are so many out there that you can use. Figure out what works for you. But whatever you use it consistently so it starts learning you. Okay. I love it. I love it. I love it.
And I'll just put this out there, Candace, because this is our team here. We started doing like a Sunday power hour. So you can work toward the week, whether you want to work on Canva, you want to work on your post or work on anything, your content or whatever. It's just us coming together right now. We're doing it with just a few of us. If y'all want to join us, it's quiet. We're not talking, chatty, yada, yada. But if you may have a question, if somebody on there can relate to it or whatever, we do that. I call them power hours, and literally for 1 hour, you can get your content for the week done. It's a dedicated hour. What time is it? 4 o'clock on a Sunday, Eastern Standard Time. And there we go. So I'm just going to open it up if you're interested. Like you said, I've been working with Christina and Tisha, and Kwanda will hop on as well. And we're just trying to get our work done. It's something about that accountability, just being in the room. We're not talking unless you have a question, but the first 5 minutes, what are you going to work on? What are you going to work on? Okay, I'm going to work on setting up at least 3 posts this week, and I'm going to go through the boards. It takes time. It doesn't just happen overnight. Maybe for Candace it does. No, but she's been doing it a while. and y'all know it's her jam. But for those that need to go through and play with ChatGPT, it's that time to really work on your business. Because if we don't make time for that, it doesn't happen. We have all the one in the world, and we want to make sure that we have posts ready and all that. But if you don't make time for content, it does not happen through osmosis. So if you want to join us, it's open. It's just a Zoom call. And we just hop on and we work. And then
Yeah, will you create a graphic and put all the info in it and drop it in the chat?
Create a graphic? Are you kidding me?
Yes, use your Canva skills and create a graphic and drop it into the team chat, please. I did say you had to do it in 5 minutes. I'll give you till tomorrow.
Yeah. Let me show y'all the difference between my graphics and Candace's graphics. I'm just gonna put the information on there. If y'all want to join us, can join us, and then we go from there. Now I need a huge ask. Like I said, okay, are we off the thingy? This has nothing to do with, unless anybody has any